There's a fire burning inside, isn't there? A voice screaming that the script handed to you, your job, your label, your identity, none of it feels right. You wake up every day playing a part written for you by others, by systems designed to put you in a box, to make you predictable, easy to manage, easy to replace. And deep down, you feel the weight of that lie crushing you, that who you are is something fixed, something you inherit, not something you own or create. But what if that's all wrong? What if identity isn't a label stuck on your forehead, but a choice, a decision you make every moment, every breath? This isn't some philosophical fluff. This is your survival, your breakthrough, your chance to break free from the chains wrapped around your mind. Every day, the world tells you who you are, your title, your role, your background. They want you to believe that's the limit, the boundary drawn for you that you can't cross. Investors are expected to be all about numbers. Founders are boxed into being either visionary geniuses or ruthless hustlers. Leaders are supposed to inspire, delegate, perform. Yet none of these well-worn scripts tell you the whole truth. They don't tell you that inside you is a wild, untamed possibility, a power that no system, no label, no narrative can cage. But it's hidden by default, because the world profits more when you stay inside the lines. When you settle for a borrowed identity, comfortable enough to survive, but never enough to fully live. This suffocating trap isn't just about frustration or unhappiness. It kills innovation. It kills progress. It kills people who could have turned the whole damn game on its head. When identity becomes a box handed to you, you stop deciding how you grow. You stop choosing how you evolve. You become a product, not a creator. The problem today isn't just that people live false lives. It's that the system that built itself on comfort and rules, consensus and control, systematically squeezes the life out of exceptional minds, rare ideas, radical movements. You see it all around you. Mediocrity is rewarded, conformity celebrated, while real brilliance is isolated, misunderstood, left to burn out quietly in the shadows. But what if this moment, this tension you feel every day, is actually a gift, a breaking point where you finally see the chains for what they really are? This feeling, this restlessness, it's not a curse, it's a calling. It's the raw spark of your next evolution. Because identity, when seen as a decision, frees you from every illusion the world wants you to believe. It strips away the lie that your value is tied to a role, a company, a flag, or any external marker. It demands that you become sovereign over yourself, fearless in questioning everything you thought was true, brutal in transforming your reality from the inside out. And this choice isn't easy. It cuts deep. It demands that you burn the rulebook in your own hands, that you refuse the comfort of consensus and embrace the wild unknown. Because the truth is, freedom isn't comfortable. It never was. The world may seduce you with promises of ease and belonging, but real freedom is a war waged inside, every day, between the voice that wants to belong and the fire that wants to lead. But here's the secret. Freedom isn't just a personal battle. It's a collective powerhouse when fed by a community of fierce individuals who get it. Those few who reject the status quo, not just with words, but with relentless action. People who don't settle for safe. People who would rather face the heat of blazing their own trail than live a borrowed, dimmed life. Imagine what happens when you stop letting identity be decided by others and start deciding for yourself who to be, who to become, and what to build. Suddenly, every step you take is driven by your own will, your own vision, not a role assigned by default. Suddenly, your failures become lessons, and your wins become new fuel. You no longer run on autopilot through life's demands. You pilot your own course through uncharted territory. You find your true allies, not by random chance or surface-level networks, but by fierce alignment with those who burn as fiercely as you do, those rare few who see the world as it could be, not just as it is. This is not about chasing belonging, because belonging is built on sameness, and sameness breeds stagnation. It's about crafting your becoming. It's about accelerating your unique edge, your radical difference, your unexplored potential. The world today does not have systems in place for the exceptional. It forgot about creating spaces where the rare meet and multiply their power. What it offers instead are factories of sameness, conformity, and mediocrity. But you don't have to wait for those systems to catch up or change. You can build your own infrastructure. You can design your network of collaboration and synergy that cuts through the noise, that amplifies your essence instead of diluting it. This choice, to own your identity as a decision, puts the power back where it belongs, in your hands. Your will becomes your weapon. Your questions become your armor. Your transformations become your legacy. And the rewards are not just success in the traditional sense, but something more profound. The liberation of your spirit and the creation of futures no one dared dream of before. Becoming sovereign isn't easy. It demands patience, deliberate alignment, and ruthless honesty. You can't afford to waste time connecting with those who don't share your fire or your vision. You must be critical, question every assumption handed to you, unlearn old stories, and rebuild from the ground up. This is no quick fix, no overnight reboot. This is the long game, the eternal game, where resilience and clarity build a future worth living, worth leading, and worth leaving behind. You are already exceptional. You are already rare. The difference lies in whether you allow the world to decide your story, or whether you seize the pen and write it with your own fierce hand. This world, this moment, is hungry for people who don't just accept reality, but redefine it, who don't just join communities, but become movements, who don't imitate nations, but unite individuals, who don't settle for comfort, but burn for freedom, and in burning, light the path for others to follow. Every day you choose to live by someone else's script, you lose power. Every day you decide to shape your identity, you reclaim it. This isn't theoretical. It's practical. It's the key to creating startups that shake up markets, investments that rewrite financial rules, leadership that actually leads beyond old paradigms. It's how progress happens, at the edges, from the few who refuse to settle and who dare to rewrite the rules for themselves and for the world. So what's next? It's to stop waiting for the world to hand you permission or a label that fits. It's to find your truth in the chaos and claim your place as the radical architect of your own reality. You don't need more followers. You need the right ones. You don't need safety. You need sovereignty. You don't need another identity handed down by systems that want to keep you small. You need to decide who you are, right now, right here. And when that fire ignites, you won't just be a part of the game anymore. You will become the game changer, the rare signal in the noise, the spark the world desperately needs but has forgotten how to find. Because identity is not something you inherit or accept. It is something you create fiercely, ruthlessly, bravely, every single day. So choose, decide, become, and watch how the world bends to those who refuse to be defined by anyone but themselves.